we're getting there. Got the cam in. Got all the push rods in. Got the lifters in. Got all the new gaskets in. Funny thing is, there were O-rings in the kit for up here on these spring-loaded clamps. There were no O-rings on those spring-loaded clamps, so who knows when those disappeared years ago. I haven't tightened these up yet because I have not set the push rod lengths. I'm going to wait to do that until after I put the front cover on to stabilize the cam. Now that I know how that's done, put this little screen back in, blew it out. It was full of fuzz. I don't know what it is, but it was full of gunk anyway. Tied the line to the oil pressure sender. These are just on. I think I replaced those lines when I was trying to fix it the first time. So they're dirty, but they're not old or terribly used. So I think I'm just going to clean those up and leave them. Yeah, that's about it right now. The oil pump seems to be finished. Like I said, when we were cranking it and priming it, we had oil coming out of here, we had oil coming out of the pressure side, so it's picked up fluid, which should be good. So, excuse me. That may be it for tonight, because I've been doing this for a while, and I don't want to get burned out on it and start rushing. There's no reason for that. So, like I said, we're getting there. It's a little cleaner. It's starting to look like an engine again. This is, I'm amazed at everything that is in this thing. It's absolutely insane. I got the timing marks. Oh, I almost forgot. There's a washer on this thing that's just held there by the oil. I always forget that thing because it goes with it, but you don't want to lose that. That's about it for now. And maybe next time we work on it, we'll have this side done, and I can start putting the primary back on it, because the clutch is ready to go. And that gets us pretty darn close to maybe trying to start it. So we shall see. Here's hoping. So we've got the oil pump in. Got my hoses hooked up. I changed out the supply because it was just a little bit short. And I put a couple of quarts of oil in it last night, and I don't seem to have quarts of oil running out of it yet. So I guess that's a start. Put some assembly lube all over the gears and the cam and the lifters and the stuff down there for the oil pump drive, just to try to make sure that it doesn't start up totally dry when I start kicking it over eventually. Clean the gasket off of this thing. Only slashed myself once doing that because that was really glued on. And I just changed the little oil seal for the camshaft up in here, so that's new. And right now I am, I believe, ready to start cleaning this up a little bit, cleaning this surface up a little bit. I'm going to use a little bit of, just a bare bit of sealant on it, because this is certainly full of oil. And we're going to try to get this thing put on. So that's our next steps this morning. Yeah, that is a really nice gasket. I'm thinking it's just going to need a little bit on this face here, because this side here actually has silicone on it to act as a sealant. That is a beautiful gasket. I have to give JGI credit for that one. That is a nice, nice, nice gasket. Almost wish they would have put a little bit of that, the silicone around the back. Man, then it might not need anything. That's nice. There goes nothing. Phew. Alright. Well, there it is. Now let's go see what I forgot to put in there. Because I'm sure there's something. Okay. Here's the ignition for the 78.5, late 78, 79. Oh, these books are old. Where it has the electronic ignition, because the factory service manual I have is for early 78 and it only shows points, which this doesn't have. So, what I have to figure out is if there's a way. This is how stupid I am. I marked this when I took it off. There is a flat on it. This is the cam, and I had written up, but I hadn't brought it to top dead center, so I don't know what up means. But this is the cam. Or no, it doesn't go that way, it's stupid. It goes this way. I believe that that picture is shown at top dead center, and that shows this going in this way. But what I don't know is oh, hey! There it is. I'll be damned. Well, cool. The slots slipped down over the years in the cam. Very nice. I don't think that's right. Well, that is how it's shown. Got a little bit of a strange issue here. The trigger, oh, interesting. I had it on ass backwards. There is a roll pin inside here, and this flat, I'll be damned. That allows it to sit all the way down, and then the bolt can go through and it just touches this part rather than the other. And that's how you get your advance. Interesting. Very cool. Okay. Oh yeah, that's much better. Now, should be able to snug this down. And the timing works. The advance still works. Very nice. Beautiful. Okay. Now, the next piece is this disaster, which I believe goes in like that. Of course, I didn't necessarily mark where the timing was, but I can kind of see, now that I know that that's how you advance it, that would have made more sense. But I can see where the studs used to be. So we're going to shoot for hope for the best. Boy. Harley really liked tucking stuff into tight places. Now that the cam is supported, well, first I can do, I'll take this out of there. Now that the cam is supported, I can go in and adjust the rocker arms. Now I know that these two, and I think this one, are on their base circle. This one is up, so I can't do this one yet. But now I'm going to figure out how to do that. Well, it looks like I guessed correctly at putting the tappet holes, the lifter holes to the center. That's kind of what it looked like it was supposed to do, so good. Push rod installation and adjustment. Dead cold. Okay. Each lifter must be adjusted when its push rod is at its lowest position. So basically on the base circle of the cam. Okay. See paragraph, blah, blah, blah. Turn the push rod adjusting screw clockwise downward until the push rod's ball end is seated in the hydraulic lifter with no appreciable play. Hold the push rod across its flats with a wrench. Turn the screw downward until the hydraulic lifter is completely compressed. Turn the adjusting screw counterclockwise 1 3/4 turns or 1 1/2 turns. This is 1 1/2 turns to late 78 to complete the adjustment. Interesting. Interesting. So that is completely compressed from what I can see. The spring is down and it started to get tight and I could feel it start to tension. So now I have to come back 1 1/2 turns for a late 78, which is what this is. So I'm going to use my magic paint pen. And see what we can do here. 1.5. Three hands to do this one. 1.5. So supposedly that's set. Now let's see if we can get the lock on. Woo! There she is. All right, all sealed. So, we'll try to do that again. Huh. So all the timing, and the ignition, and the cam, and the rocker arms, well not the rocker arms, but the push rods and the push rod covers with all their new gaskets and O-rings and seals and everything else are in. Who'd have thunk it? And I don't think I lost anything. Not 100% sure, but I think I got everything in this mess back together the way it came apart. We will see eventually. So, the oil pump appears to be complete.